YouTube friends. I said, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Welcome to my channel, Borderline Hoarderish, where hoarding is only cool if you can sell it for a profit. My name is Kimberly. I am a mom, reseller, lover of art, and I live life with a pacemaker. Welcome to everybody so far already up in here. I'm going to get my chat up real fast. I hope everybody's having a fantabulous day. It is Monday. Fantabulous day. Whoa. Well, that was a word to echo there. Woo. My bad. Rookie move. Rookie move. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. I know I did. I was on the Wade's Ventures channel on Friday, which was absolutely such an honor to do. Shout out to Wade for allowing me to grace my presence on his channel. And the fact that he wasn't scared to have me on there. I mean, I messaged him right before that. I told him, I'm going to try to be cool, Wade, okay? You know, because I like to try to be cool when I'm on other people's channels. Yeah. I'm cool. Oh, there's my chat. Oh no, where's my other thing? What? Oh, there we go. I see people. Hello, Beth, 10 of hearts, my beautiful friend. Mary Beth, hi. Oh, Curb Code Queen in the house. Hello, treasure hustlers. Just so you know that's what I'm going to call you every single time I see you. It's the Curb Code Queen. Rebecca, hello, my sweet friend. San Juana is here. Leticia. So many beautiful people in her. Thank you for coming. So the topic today is watch your mouth. Yep, I decided that I wanted to slightly dabble into watching your mouth. I mean, not literally like pulling your eyeballs out, looking at your mouth. There's my mouth. I see it. More watching the words that come out of your mouth. And this seems like something that, we've all been taught, obviously. But I'm really shocked at how many don't necessarily apply that. Well, I wouldn't say it's rule, but I mean, because being kind is not a rule. You can do whatever you want in life, really. You could say whatever you want. But it was really irking me, and I couldn't get off the topic in my head. And so I wanted to bring it up. And in my, move yo as Mondays. Motivational Monday up in here. I'm such a dork. So not cool. I am not cool. I wanted to ask a question right out the gate was, when was the last time you told someone either something kind or that you were thankful for them? I mean, seriously, think about it. Feel free to answer, or if you're watching the replay, comment down below. It seems, I know for me that I definitely don't do it enough. I may think it or discuss with others, that this person's fabulous or this person's fabulous. But how many times have I, actually gone and told them physically? For example, not to throw my man out there, but, I speak about him obviously a lot. He's a very good man, but I honestly could be way better about actually telling him, because sometimes he's like, babe, you don't really say a whole lot that's nice about me to my face. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, he's crazy because I talk nothing but good about him all the time. Now, here's another question. When's the last time you spoke ill or negative about somebody? I almost am not. I'm not here to necessarily judge, but I think more times than not, we are quicker and more common to speak ill or complain about something than we are to go out of our way to make somebody's day. Over the weekend, here's what kind of brought me up to this, and Junkie in the house. Valerie, Hickory Springs, welcome. And of course, Jill. Jill, you are fabulous. Has anybody told you that they are so thankful for you today, Jill? I was thinking about you earlier when I saw you. Well, I've seen you a couple times in a few chats, but you're so nice to everybody and so supportive. Y'all, if you have not gone and checked out Jill, please do. She's she supports so many amazing people. All right, back to my over the weekend thing. So over the weekend, I'm not here to throw out any names or any channels, and I will never do that. So don't even bother guessing. Over the weekend, I came across a few situations, or even in channels, a lot of kind of bashing of others. And although it was slightly humorous, I kind of started thinking about the fact that I was like, I can't believe that I'm sort of playing into this. Not that I was necessarily speaking ill upon whoever they were talking about, but I kept thinking, what a waste of energy. Really? And I don't wish upon this to happen to these people, that were doing this, but what if they, had died the next day or something, happened accidentally and they were not around. Like for me, if that happened to me, I wouldn't want the whole world to know me or have that last moment as me bashing the entire world, or a particular person. And really, honestly, if somebody doesn't like you, who cares? Seriously, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I don't care if somebody, I'm going to form my opinion about you because I want to. I'm not going to do it based off of somebody else. Obviously, if you go out and start murdering people and I hear this through the grapevine, I might be like, all right, we can't be friends. But I'm here to form my opinion about you because it's what I think. It's not based on, I heard this person say this person and this person said this person and you're a crappy seller. Like, it drives me nuts in every single business how people are so quick to run over each other to make it to the top. I'm telling you now, you will never make it to the top bashing people. They think lead with kindness. Lead with kindness. The world needs more kindness. Kindness is a strength. It is not a weakness. It makes me a little irritated when people think that kindness is weakness. It is not. I think kindness is a superpower. And if you are kind to others, I think you are an amazing person. If you can stop yourself before bashing, on somebody and using kind words instead, I think you're amazing. Like that takes so much more patience and energy to, not be like, oh, I want, than it does to just be like, well, I think you're an a-hole, and it honestly, if you go and you call somebody an a-hole and you call them all these names and you say what a blah, blah they are, what is that going to do for that person? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's going to just fuel that fire and they're going to continue to be like that. And then people are going to think, oh, well, shoot, if you're going to be like that, are you any better? Two wrongs don't make a right. It sounds so simple, right? Two wrongs don't make a right. It's true. You are no better if you're going to bash somebody, especially if it's all over YouTube. Like, that's so disgusting. Do not do that. Don't do it. If you really need to vent to get something off your chest, you know what I like to do? I like to call up one of my girlfriends, someone that, I know is going to be honest and truthful to me. And I'm going to explain the situation. And my BFF, she's going to call me out on it. She's going to be like, you know what, Kim, you're being stupid. You're absolutely being ridiculous. And usually she jocks me off the ledge or whatever it is. Or makes me kind of realize just even getting it off your chest. Like, it's better to sort of, or write it down, get a journal and write it down. Like, it's really not necessary to go out and make video after video of you talking ill about whoever it is. That's just crazy to me. Anyways, that was my little rant for a second. Let me see who else is up in here. What's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I challenge every single one of you in here to take 5 seconds out of your day and text somebody that you're thankful for them. For real. Like, it's crazy how much that 5 seconds that you took out of your day is going to make for that other person. Let's fill the world with kindness. Come on. None of that negative nonsense. I always talk about how you don't have 1,000 years to live. And it's so, so, so true. And I don't want to spend any longer with any part of whatever it is I'm going to live, however many years I'm going to live, wasting my time and energy playing into those who are negative. It's just not good. Just not good. This is a no drama zone. We don't like those people up in here. So yeah. And like I said, I'm not going to out anybody. It was not any one person that was specific that got me onto that topic. We see that every day, like how piss pants people get. Like, gosh, people who pissed in your Wheaties this morning. Holy bazzole. No good. No good. Hello, Louis Luna. Thank you for coming in. Loopster Goldfish. Hello. Rosie or Crystal from Rosie's Closet. Hello, my dear. And Todd, flippin' hustler. Oh, I don't have any confetti to throw for you, Todd. My one piece of confetti. I had to throw it away because my cat kept trying to eat it. For real, she loves it. I don't know why. Can be borderline a-hole-ish at times. Chunky. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, people drive me crazy sometimes, and I get annoyed or mad, but and I'm definitely not perfect. I would love to say that 100% of the time I'm always super, super kind, but there are definitely better ways to go about stating your opinion on somebody than to be just straight a dick about it. And it sucks because it's like, I don't know. I always think about, people who do that, and I'm wondering, number one, how so many people could be kind of following that sort of thing. And honestly, I bet that there are going to be so many who pass those who are like that. I don't want to be all over YouTube ever known as the girl who bashes a bunch of people. Like, I would feel bad. I feel bad if I do insult somebody who deserves to be called an a-hole. Like, I'm no better than they are. It doesn't make me any better than they are. It doesn't. If I really want to bitch and moan, excuse my language, if I want to bish and moan, I'm going to maybe call up my friend and be like, I'm mad about this. What do you think of the situation? I'm not necessarily going to go and put it everywhere. I think that it's just kind of a waste of time. Really. It's crazy. I can't even, it's nuts. I feel sometimes like I'm, back in high school when I hear, and it's not just with YouTube or reseller community. You know, it was in every industry I've ever been in. Like when I was a manager of a restaurant, you know, people, the more and more I was successful, the more and more people would bash me, which is silly. Or make lies or rumors up, or, you know, how I got there. Oh, I was sleeping with the owner, you know, whatever nonsense. And I could have played into it, and I could have gone and I could have made this person who is doing this, I could have made their life hell, because I knew so many dirty secrets about this person. But you know what? I chose not to. And in the end, I won, because my kindness and who I am is what got me through. And it's what always gets me through. You know, I have deep, loyal friendships because I'm a loyal person, and I will show you respect, you know, and when you're in the wrong, I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to try to be cool about it. You know, I'll be cool about it. It's like I had a conversation with Destiny, who is the Shamrock Pixie. And I told her and her husband, I said, if I'm ever out of line, you know, please do not ever hesitate to tell me that you are insulted or upset with me or something. Like, the last thing I would ever want anybody to do is to go blast it all over YouTube. I know that I can be kind of a douche sometimes, you know. I for real, I can. Catch me on a bad day and it might not be good. There's a reason I go into hiding sometimes, because I don't want to be that person. It's like, I got so I have this friend that I've had for 28 years, right? And we did not ever have a falling out or a type of even argument or whatever up until just in the last 6 months. It was our first one. And instead of insulting her with every name that I wanted to call her because I was so upset and mad at her, I told her, I love you, but I don't want to insult you. And I need some time to step back from the situation and calm down a little bit, and just know that I'll be back, you know, because words hurt so bad. Words hurt. I mean, bruises fade, and I'm not saying that it gives you the right to go beat the crap out of anybody, but words hurt, people. Don't do it. Don't do it to your friends. Don't do it to your spouse. Don't do it to your kids. Especially a kid. You start being mean to a kid and we can't be friends. You might as well just unsubscribe. Because kids are innocent, man. No kid deserves to hear anything messed up, no matter how mad you are. I'm going to check into chat. Y'all like my flannel? I picked it up actually at DG, Dollar General. Sorry, I call it. Oh no, wait, was it DG? Yeah, Family Dollar. And it had these little, because I like these types that have this little button right here, and I could roll up my sleeve a little bit. But I liked this part. It had a little, I can't even see myself here. It had a little part where it buttoned up right here. I thought it was cute. Woo! And then my necklace is actually from one of those 99-cent bags that I got many moons ago. It's wood. It's wood. I think it's so cool. It's like this little type of choker thing. And my earrings are tiger eye. My bracelet. I got a lot of bling on today, which is kind of unusual for me. I've had this for quite some time. It's like all beads. Really cool. Somebody gave this to me in exchange for me helping them not be on the street for a couple weeks, sleeping out in the cold. So I let them stay with me. And in return, they gave me a beaded bracelet. I knew that they weren't, going to be capable of giving me cash. And I wasn't necessarily asking for that. So I think we all have a hard time sometimes in life. And we all need a little help. There's nothing wrong with that. So what a great voice you got there, girl. Thanks, Mary Beth. Yeah, it reminded me of on Friday, Wade asking me to sing how I was like, I froze. I couldn't think of a single song, not one. So what did I do? Who knows what I sang on Wade's channel? Let's see who was paying attention. Who knows what I sang? 10 of hearts. You will love my new bullet journal spread this month. Ooh, I can't wait to see it, Beth. That is awesome. I can't wait to see it. If y'all do not know what a bullet journal is, you should go over to 10 of hearts. Beth, she does a bullet journal, and it's amazing. It inspired me to do it. I used to just always use a planner, and I love the idea of doing a bullet journal. Kind of makes me excited to fill things in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got to fill in on. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I showed, gosh, what a dork, on all of YouTube. What that Wade was on my list of goals, right, in my little thing. But I do have a little planner that I switched a bunch of pages, and I add kind of my own thing to it in a bullet journal type of style. And so I had on this one, right hard, let's see, down here, to be on Wade's Ventures, and I got to fill in that little heart. Yay, go me. There's a couple other people that I really would like to be interviewed on, and we'll just have to see. It was so spontaneous. I was definitely off. I felt kind of unprepared, but that's all right, though. It was great. It was awesome. I loved it. Made my day the other day. Whoa! I don't know what's going on with my chat here. Oh, there we go. I've never had a troll. You've never had a troll, Beth? I had somebody unsubscribe from me. My first one. I did. And you know what? I thought, I'm just going to bless and release. It just can't handle all this awesomeness, is all. Their loss, right? Bless and release, people. The more and more successful each one of you get, more haters you're going to have. I'm sure the more trolls you get. I definitely noticed the trolls really start to float in after a certain amount of time going live. Like, I was not trolling. I was being a troll ninja on Wade's on Saturday, and it was quite amusing. Oh, people are funny. And then last night. Speaking of that, I am taking on a new platform, a new selling platform. Can you guys believe it? Yep. I can't believe it because I've been denied to Macari and Posh. And I'm not saying that those are bad platforms by any means, but I'm taking on a new platform, and I'll get into the details of that once I catch up in the chat. Everybody's just saying hi to everybody and showing the love. Please feel free to show everybody some love. Click on the little 3 dots to the right of their name and go subscribe. I only have cool people in my chat. Francis, Smelly Cat, Rebecca, Smelly Cat, yes. Smelly Cat, Smelly Cat. What are they feeding you? I can't believe I sang that. I wanted to die after that. I was like, I got off and I was like, did I really just sing that? I really just sang that. Really, just sang that. Take it or leave it. Your dog passed away last month. Name was Dulce. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear about your puppy. That's so sad. I bet you're still heartbroken about that. I don't think that ever goes away. I'm still sad about my dog, Sammy, that died when I was like 4, I think. 4 or 5. You lurker, you, Kimberly. I am a lurker sometimes. I was for a really long time. I was lurking on so many people's channel. And then I kept seeing people. I'd start to see him on Wade's, and I'd see people in his chat. And then I'd see people being interviewed, and I just started popping into the chats. That was what, seeing Todd. I'd been lurking on Todd for a minute. I was stalking you, Todd. No, just. And then I saw him go in to do a live interview on Wade's, and that was when I started to pop live into his chats. But there's quite a few of you that I lurked on. Beth would be another one that I was lurking on. Mama. Love you, Mama. Mama. Up in here. Oh, am I buffering? Yes. Hey, full-time reseller, Mama. I sing so well, it doesn't matter what you say. Oh, that's so crazy. All right, story time. So I've been in, I guess, choirs or singing since kindergarten, pretty much. The school that I went to offered a lot. They had a lot of really cool kind of choir programs. And so from kindergarten all the way until my senior year, I was in choir. I was in an advanced choir for a couple years in high school. And well, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I was so shy in singing in front of people that during auditions, I would literally just be like, here's me, I walk into the room, I'd be like, okay, my name's Kimberly. Don't make eye contact. That's what I'd be thinking. Don't make eye contact. And then I'd sing all quiet. Be like, somewhere over the rainbow. And I'd pretty much not do good at any of my auditions for bigger roles in the musicals and all that. It wasn't that I never got into them because the director knew that I could sing. I just didn't ever like to sing by myself. One of the first songs that I got on stage and I sang that was without a huge group was Dog and Butterfly. Who knows who it's by? Anybody know who the song Dog and Butterfly is by? Anyone? Barney, I love you. That kind of Barney, is that what you're talking about? Dog and butterfly, yeah, you like to fly. Dog and butterfly. I can't hit those high notes without standing up. Yes! Heart. Good job, Crystal. Heart. Yep, I was jamming out Heart in high school. Cha-ching! Ooh, Beth, did you sell something? That is awesome. You go, girl. You go, girl. Hello, Brandy Hunter. My chargers stay in the same place. So hard to believe now that I'm not. I still am shy. I really am. Like, if we ever do a gathering or get a bunch of us together or somehow make that happen, it might take me a second to warm up. I know it's hard to believe, but I do get shy unless my kids are around, because they're kind of like my motivation. I want to show them to never, be afraid. But I do get really nervous in front of a huge crowd. It's totally not my thing. The most I've ever sang in front of was 50,000 people. And that was very scary. But I was in a booth singing at a drag racing strip. So I wasn't down like on the big screen, I was in the announcer booth singing. So nobody really could see me. So it wasn't that a big, as big of a deal. I move too dang much to ever have anything stay in one place. I was like that too, and my choir director made me solos every Friday, and it made me get over the shyness. That's cool. That's cool. Brandy says, hi, you folks. All right, I've mentioned a few times about my little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your ass. And I wanted to kind of do my usual and go into that a little bit just because it's Monday. And I think we all could use a little bit of motivation. So for those of you that don't know what the 5-second rule is, it is not in regards to when you drop food on the ground and you are allowed to eat it if you pick it up within 5 seconds. I mean, I don't know if you all do that, but I don't do that only because I wouldn't want to eat something on the floor. Anyways, to each their own. So the 5-second rule is a rule that I actually learned by someone named Mel Robbins, and she is pretty awesome. She's a motivational speaker, has wrote quite a few books, and I am a huge, huge, huge fan of her. I listen to her quite often. I even have read her book, 5-Second Rule, and I also listened to it over and over on my Alexa Audible.
You're already an Audible member. To find an audio.
She's talking now because I just said her name. Alexa, you be quiet now. Shh. She never listens to me. Oy. So yeah, the 5-second rule is basically a tool that can sort of help you in everyday life with moments that are difficult or you're feeling uncertain about, or that fear maybe, or decision making, or it's just preventing you from doing something. It does improve. It shows that it can improve your health, increase kind of your productivity, whether that's through house chores or your business or whatever it is, and kind of help with procrastination. How it works is basically in 5 seconds, your brain usually talks you out of something, and fear and worry and all of these things start to run through your brain, and you sort of convince yourself not to do whatever it is that you need to do. I love the 5-second rule because it's really changed a lot of things for me. I think sometimes it's really hard to find motivation to do things. They say, well, get up, get motivated, get stuff done. But for me, I can't always find motivation to do things. I don't always find the motivation to want to list. I don't always find the motivation to want to take the trash out, to do all these things. And there's kind of this, you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just sort of get up and do it. You can really apply it to a lot of things, even as a calming down, or sort of before not so great words come out of your mouth, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in your head, and maybe not blur out or blab out a bunch of horrible things or whatever it is. But I love it because I've noticed that I get a lot more done, especially if I start my day out with doing that. I hear my alarm, and instead of waiting 5, 10 minutes, however many times the snooze is going to happen, I hear my alarm that first time and I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoot up like a rocket, and start my day, and I start my day by, well, I usually have a cup of coffee, like drink some water, actually, is the first thing I do. And then I get my cup of coffee, and I listen to a motivational speaker while I get ready, or I even will tune in to somebody on YouTube. There's a few shows that are really early in the morning that I like to listen to get me kind of started in the day. I am a firm believer that you need to prioritize your day and get the things that you dislike the most done first, because you will come up with every excuse in the book more and more tired you get throughout the day. So you might as well just get it done. And it's kind of exciting. Like when you feel accomplished, like, yes, I just adulted. Yes, hashtag adulting. It sort of gets the ball rolling into getting you to do other things. When I used to go to therapy a lot, I've had kind of an interesting life and been through many years of therapy. And I have no issue telling that to people. I am a firm believer that when you need help, if you can't figure out what you need help with, you go talk to somebody or find a professional who can help you. And that's what I did. But my therapist would always tell me, Kim, on the days that you feel like absolutely doing nothing, get up and shower. And it worked. And I had this list, actually, she would write down. I want you to write down everything that you do. Instead of making a to-do list and then feeling horrible at the end of the day for not getting everything checked off, write down as you do things, write them down. Like I got up and showered today. So I wrote that. I got up and showered today, which had motivated me to do something else. And I'd write that down. So at the end of the day, instead of looking at my list of this whole thing that I maybe didn't accomplish, I'm now looking at a list of all the things that I did accomplish. It makes a difference, people. For real, it really does. Kimberly, did someone say you are wonderful and appreciate you today? Jill! Well, technically nobody yet, but you're so nice, Jill. Flippin' Hustler says, Caroline wants to source with you next time we go to Colorado. My mom lives in Thornton. Oh, that would be so much fun. You know what? My daughter would probably have a way better time going along with me and somebody else than just going along with me. She's getting more excited about it because now she realizes how much money is really potentially there. And she also realizes that she's a little bit more of a fashionista than I am. She's more of a name brand type of girl. She likes Vans and Adidas and Tommy and all that. And she's realizing that she can get all of those things under $10, multiple shirts under $10 instead of waiting for Christmas time when grandma and grandpa hook them up with cash to go shopping. So she's pretty excited about that. You must be. Yeah, that lady in there, that Alexa lady. I thought about doing a video, and I probably am going to, of me talking with her, because my kids get such a kick, and even my spouse, he gets such a kick out of me always yelling at her, because she's pretty amazing, that Alexa lady. But she also has a lot to learn. So I end up yelling at her half the time. Brilliant. Seriously, motivation lacking. Yeah, don't wait to do something because you don't have the motivation. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'll do it on this day because I'll feel better that day, or I'll have more energy that day. Just do it. Just get it done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. I'm telling you, it starts, a whole ripple effect, a whole, snowball rolling down the hill. You'll accomplish way more, especially if you start out your week like that. And if you don't, if that doesn't happen, it's okay. You can restart your day at any time. People get so hung up on, oh, I had a crappy morning and now I'm not going to be able to have a good afternoon. Well, I mean, don't we all sometimes have a crappy morning? Seriously. Like I woke up and you know what? I stepped on a freaking little toy, whatever the heck my dog has, this little bony thing attached to a rope. I let her sleep in my room last night, which is kind of rare. She usually sleeps with the kids, and I stepped on it, and I could have been pissed, and I could have let it irritate me and gone and yelled at the dog, but, that's no way to start the day. I wasn't going to kind of set myself up to fail. No good. No good. Sneaky freaky. You guys are awesome. Has anybody told you today? Every single one of you in here. How wonderful you are. How much I appreciate you. How much I love every single one of you. Well, if nobody's told you how amazing you all are, I want you to know that I think you're amazing. Hello, thrift trader. Welcome. Welcome. Thrifty Falconer's wife. Hello, Mary. Hello. She can still hear me. Bish, you listening on me? I'm gonna throw her in the dumpster. Maybe somebody will curb cull her. I'm just kidding. Things I got done today. Yes, for real. For real. It's like our brains are kind of evil. Really, they are. Like they play funny tricks on us. And I used to be a lister to list. Like I would make I would make a list to remind myself to make a list. And I would feel honestly kind of sad by the end of the day that I didn't get, this giant thing accomplished. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't have a list of things to do, but I'm more reasonable about it. I have my main things, and if I don't accomplish it, it's not the end of the world. I start out with doing the things that are most important so that, I feel accomplished, but also that I have my priorities kind of straight. And it really helps to kind of set up your whole entire rest of your day when in the first few hours you've accomplished so many things. When I start my day off and I, get back from dropping the kids off at school and I just get straight to listing, for example, or working, I get so much done. I can do way more listings in those first 2 hours from 8 to 10 than I would waiting and listing from 2 to 4. Like I can do so many more of them, just bam, one right after another. So I highly suggest that you try that. I'm also a firm believer you don't have to work 24 hours straight to do big things in this world. I do think that sleep is important. I also think family is important. And there comes a time in the day where you need to set a time out for that. We make sure that every meal we eat at our table, all of us, all together, certain times of the day, pretty much, or dinner, we all eat together. And there's no phones, there's no TV, because I know that life is busy, and I know that my kids have things to do. I know that, I have things to do, laundry and all these things, and I don't expect every day to be able to spend, 5 hours with everybody. It's just not possible. But I make sure that we at least take the 30 minutes to an hour during the week when it's really hectic to kind of catch up, let each other know. I actually ask my kids, instead of telling me the worst thing that happened, I start out and I'm like, tell me something good that happened today. Tell me one thing that's awesome that happened today. And so we will sit around dinner, and then my kids usually help me clean up from dinner, and depending on what I have to do, they know that during the week it's really kind of hectic. So Fridays is usually our game night, our hangout night. And then every other Saturday, we try to do something that is cool. It doesn't have to cost money either. Like people think, oh, I can't take my kids out and, date night costs too much and all this. Like, be simple. People, go to the park, fly some kites. Most of you are resellers in here. Like, you can't tell me you can't go thrift a kite, find a cheap kite, or something, or chalk, like go out in front, on your front porch or wherever you sidewalk and sit down and doodle, just spend the time, because that's what's important. Your kids aren't going to care how much you made in life, when they were in that house. They may think that that's what's important, but it's not. I had an amazing, not all of my childhood, was absolutely amazing. But the parts that I remember, the things that were amazing was just the things that, like, having my friends over and my mom grabbed, a dozen eggs, and we did the whole spoon races where you put an egg on a spoon and you, like, do a little relay race over to your friend who grabs a spoon, and whoever drops the egg, you got to go back and restart. I mean, eggs cost nothing. It's the time that matters. It's not the cost. They're not going to remember the cost of things. They're not. Let me catch up here in the chat. Y'all know me. I start get rambling and I lose the chat here. 24-hour clock starts whenever we decide. True story. All right, woman, I got to go take Nanny on a walk or go on a walk with Nanny. Bye. Bye, my curb co-queen. I hope you do well on all your dumpster dives. If you guys have not gone and checked out Treasure Hustlers, you should. One of the last videos I watched, one of them fell inside the dumpster, and I died of laughter. I'm glad they weren't hurt. But that would be, well, I've fallen in a few dumpsters myself, leaning a little too far over. It really makes me want to go dumpster dive. I sort of go dumpster diving for shipping supplies, but the dumpster is usually so overflowing at the recycling center where I go grab it from that I don't have to necessarily dig real far into the dumpster. I just grab a bunch of the stuff that's already on the side, like lined up. But I used to dumpster dive, though. I did when I needed money and I needed to be able to make bills or just feed my kids. I would drive through the alleys, the back alleys, and that's why I call it curb co. But, go drive and pick up the free stuff on people's curbs and fix it up, and then either resell it through Craigslist, resell it through a garage sale, or put it into a consignment shop. All of those are ways that you can make money. No excuses, people. No excuses. I will try that method, listing from 8 to 10. I need to do something routine. Yeah, I think it's important to kind of get into a little sort of routine. It's just like, I love to watch so many of you, and I get so into it that I kind of slow down in what's necessary. So I've sort of switched my schedule to where I do the most important part, which is the listing part first. And then, in the afternoons or when I'm watching people or listening to people or even on, a live with people or whatever it is, then I'm cleaning the whatever it is that I'm going to list the next day or whenever I'm going to list it. Or, taking my measurements or taking pictures or just preparing drafts. I notice I make more mistakes if I'm really sporadic about things. And that is just no good. Oh, Patty's in the house. Here's my dog. She's jealous, Pat. She's jealous. She heard me talk to you like that. Ooh, Pat. Ooh, Pat. It's okay. It's okay, Violet. It's okay. It's okay, Pumpkin. You're my number one girl, okay? Okay. Come on. How are you today, sir? Hope you're doing peachy keen. I start at 3 or 4 a.m. listing, that is. Wow, girl, that is early. I wish I could be one of those people that get up at 3 or 4, but my stepdad was. He used to drive for a shipping company, and he would get up at like 1 or something and have to be to work by 3. I always thought that was so crazy. But I can't seem to do it. I'm kind of a night owl, and I try not to be a night owl, but I mean, I really do. I turn off everything, and try to just sleep, and my brain just goes and goes and goes. I've always been like that. Vampire. I want to suck your blood. Okay, not really. You'll be all freaked out now. Listening through cell phone, but can see you on a computer. Oh, cool, Pat. You're so awesome, Pat. Pat was on my live on Friday. He is very, very humorous. If you are offended by people throwing cereal on the ground, especially if it's unicorn cereal, please do not watch that live. Just kidding. All right, dog, you're driving me nuts. Ah, she really don't like me talking to you, Pat. My dog's jealous. Go on, Punky. Go on, Pumpkin. Go on. Here, I'll help you. Go on. Hello, Annette, the encourager. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone has a great day today. Yes, I hope that everybody has a great day today, too. I have you and Pixie at Featured Channels wanted to walk you through. Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, why? I was trying to remember, Pat, why I was supposed to get a hold of you. And then I remembered. Yeah, we should do that sometime this week, because I would really like to feature my faves, which there's a bunch of you here on my YouTube channel. I'm still new at some of this. I mean, really new. In fact, Pat, it took me forever to try to figure out how to switch my profile picture on my eBay store. You know how I messed that up? Hello, it's the blonde. Yeah, it took me forever to figure that out. I think I got it figured out, but I'm not very good at this whole technology. I'm featuring smaller channels mixed in. Yeah. I hate early mornings. I get more done between 10 a.m. till midnight. Yeah, do you? I get kind of overwhelmed if I wait too long. And I stopped even trying to do things that were kind of using my brain after 4. Because when my kids come back around and I have my son going, Mom, 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 Mommy, Mommy, Mama, Mama, Mom, Mom, hey, Mom, 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 what? Oh, yeah, I can't get nothing done. So I try to do the part that needs to use this brain power up in here first in the mornings or during the day before I have to go get him. Maybe I'll get him to finally do a live with me. I can't believe how shy my son is about it. He wants me to video him. He wants his own YouTube channel, right? I'm not going to let him do that quite yet because I know who's going to have to take care of it, and that would be me. But I want y'all to see how cute he is. My son is so cute. I have pictures of him up on my Instagram. So if you have Instagram, feel free to follow me. It's Life of Kimberly, which used to be my YouTube name, but I changed it. Mary says she subbed to you, Pat. That is awesome. He's awesome. Feel free everybody to sub to each other. That is no problem. I don't mind. You should be putting your eBay store in your video description before you go live. See, Pat, this is why I need you, sir. Y'all, Pat is a lifesaver. Him and Destiny are so helpful in the technology part of things, you know, computer and all that. I am so lost sometimes. Toad's back. Hi, Joshua. I'm back. I was talking to my mom. She's a reseller in Colorado. Yeah, if she lives where you said she lives, does she have YouTube or no? My mom doesn't have YouTube. Well, technically she does, but she doesn't share any of her videos. She records every time her and I go to the senior center. We sing karaoke. So she records those. But she doesn't share them publicly, though. She just has them set to private so the rest of my family can see us singing. Just because I'm goofy with cereal doesn't mean I can't get my shoes. No, I know. I think you're very smart, Pat. And I love that you have a goofy side. That's one of the reasons I really like Tommy. The bargain effect. Wow. I can't believe I almost forgot that for a second. I was like, yeah, he's my bro from another hoe. That would be Destiny, the Shamrock Pixie, her husband, or going to be husband. Might as well be your husband. He is very smart, and he has a little bit of a goofy side. I really appreciate him very much. He helps me a lot, too. I told her she needs to get in on the chat and get to know you. Yes, I would love to go sourcing with somebody because I can't find anybody near me. The closest person I've found so far is Yvonne, and I just started following her channel like just a few days ago, but she lives in the Springs, which is still an hour and a half away from me. So I would love to find somebody to source with, or even just to go thrift, you know, most people don't like to go thrifting with me or my friends. My close friends aren't resellers. And so when I go thrifting, and they're like, oh my gosh, Kim, seriously, you have to look at I'm turning stuff over. I like got my squirrel moments going on. Oh, shiny, pretty. Oh, let me look. Oh, let me look. Oh, I see that. I have kind of a system depending on where I go. I'm not all over the place always, but like when I go to Goodwill, I'll take the cart and I'd go down the aisle on the right side of the aisle and start putting stuff in my cart. And then I go down, turn around, and go to the left side of the aisle, shoving stuff in my cart. And once I finish through all the aisles, then I sort of go through my cart and do the little research or look it up. And if I can find it quick, that is even better. If I can't find it quick, then I sort of base what I know from experience on, well, if I'm never going to be able to find who this particular item is exactly by, what am I going to be able to put it at? Because I think sometimes we waste a lot of time researching things, and then when we find out what it is, it's worth $5. And that sucks. You don't want to spend 2 hours. So you kind of have to give yourself a certain allotted time to research something if you if you know that it's valuable. Then take all the time you pretty much need. But if it's a cup and it's not labeled on the bottom, and that's why you're having a hard time trying to find it, you're not going to want to spend an hour looking up this mug, because there's no way that you're ever going to make it a profit that's going to be worth your time. $20 for me. That is way cool. That's not far at all. And actually, there's a Goodwill up in that area that I really like to go to. for my own clothes. The prices are a little higher than the Goodwill that I go to. That's a lot closer to my house, but I've gotten some really good things at that one. I wish my living room looked that good, stacked with boxes of eBay stuff. Well, I have a few things over here. I did put up some new pictures. I switched around. Let me see if we can see this over here. Oh, you can't really see it though. So I put my, there it is. My sign, home is wherever my crazies are, wherever my bunch of crazies are. Does anybody know what was there before? Man, maybe I should do that for a giveaway. Well, I'm about to tell you, so I guess I won't do it for a giveaway. But it was up there every single video until just this one. It's the first video where I don't have it up. It's over here, but I have to look at each and everything too. Friends just don't get it. Yeah, they don't. They're like, why are you wasting your time looking at all this? And they want to hurry. And I can't. I mean, I go over to a friend's house and all I see is dollar signs. I'm like, ooh, thinking to myself, ooh, they could sell that. Even when I watch TV, especially if it's a TV or a TV show or a movie or something that's based, that would be, the items in it would be considered vintage, or even antique. One of my favorite shows to watch is The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I love her. I love every single outfit she wears. I want to wear every single one of them. I can't wait for the weather to change so I can start wearing my dresses. But I think she's very classy. Anything in that show, though, I'm always like, man, I could sell it on eBay. Sell it on eBay. I have so much stuff in my garage, flat screen TVs, furniture, antique radios. Not sure where the best place to sell it. Local might be good for really large items. It depends on where you're at, Gary. Because furniture, I've done in consignment shops. I know a lot of consignment shops, around here don't really like TVs. I'd say local, though. The Facebook Marketplace is a really good tool to use for selling really big items. When the weather is nicer, I will sell a lot more big items. And I'll even share some with you guys, ones that I do. I don't dabble in TVs personally. We have massive TVs around our house. Even my children have huge TVs. That's what happens when you're a bargain hunter, Abe Lincoln photo. No, but that's awesome you brought that up because that's one of my favorite shirts to wear. 15 people watching, 18 likes. Smash the like button or we'll call Mama with your big scissors. Yeah, her scissors are insane, right? Gary Sprinkler's Repair says is in California. Where in California are you? I was born in California. All right, Pat. See ya. Thank you for all your help, sir. I know that we'll talk soon. Leticia says, I hit the like button when I first came in. Girl, I know you did. I love you, friend. Leticia, has anybody told you today how wonderful you are and how much they appreciate you and how thankful they are for you? Well, if they haven't, I want you to know that I appreciate you, friend. So much. Leticia is awesome, y'all. Amazing, amazing friend. Good friend of mine. I definitely appreciate her. And she's one of the few that has my number. Hey. Sacramento. Ryan, I was born in LA or Anaheim, like 15 minutes from Disneyland. But I only lived there for a few years. My family lived there. The rest of my extended family lived there for a long time up until I think it was like 7 years ago or maybe 8 years ago. And they kind of all packed up and moved to Oregon near Wade. So they live up in the Portland, Hillsboro, Burlington area now. Too rainy for me. I thought about moving there eventually in life, and I just don't think I'll ever be able to live somewhere where it's depressing because it rains all the time. That's one of the great things about Colorado is we have so many sunny days. People think that it's just snowy here all the time, and yes, it snows, but then again, the next day it's like 70 or 80, you know, maybe not dead winter, but it does get up there. And like today, sunny. Yesterday it was sunny. The day before it was sunny. Friday it was mostly sunny. And then when I went live, there was like a blizzard for an hour. After I got off live, I couldn't believe how much snow was on the ground. Craziness. Hit it 30 minutes before you started. Oh, girl, I know, Rebecca. I know. Rebecca, has anybody told you today how much you are appreciated? How thankful we are, or they are for you, and how they love you so much. Anybody told you that today, Rebecca? Well, if not, I'm here to tell you, Rebecca, that you, ma'am, are awesome. And I appreciate you, friend. And we're going to do a working live this week. No excuses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No excuses. Born in San Francisco. Pacemaker friend. That's right. Pacemaker friend. I was supposed to have my appointment for my, oh, here's my dog again, for my checkup on my pacemaker last week, and my doctor called and canceled, which was kind of weird. So I need to reschedule that. It's just a little checkup, you know, where they do the whole ramp you up. Well, Mary Beth would probably be the only one who would know. You are awesome humans. Take care. Gotta roll. Bye, Todd. I appreciate you, Todd. You are an awesome friend. Thank you, sir. Hope you have a good day. So yeah, I have to reschedule that appointment because I guess I got to check up. Pacemaker at your age? Yes, Mary, I have a pacemaker. I have had 2 pacemaker surgeries in the last 3.5 years, something like that. I've had 5 heart surgeries in total. Look at me go, yeah. Oh, something like that, right? Y'all scared now, huh? I showed off my muscles. I know it. You're like, whoa, don't mess with her. Yes, I have a pacemaker. Wasn't really necessarily by a choice. Well, obviously, I don't think ever by choice, but I went in for a procedure to help my rapid heartbeat because it was hitting in crazy, crazy high rates. And the area that was messed up, the only way to fix it was to basically burn that. They call it a sinus node. And it was one of the main ones. So they tried burning it 50% and it was not successful. So they had to ablate it or burn it, cauterize, or whatever the technical words are. And I woke up with a pacemaker. I was pretty pissed, let me tell you. I was pretty mad at first. And now I'm appreciative because I'm able to do things that I've never been able really to do. And I'm really kind of excited about life for the first time in 34 years, pretty much. I wasn't really able to enjoy going into the higher elevations like the Rockies because it would make me really sick. I wasn't able to really go outside on really warm days because it would make my heart heart race really fast and make me sick and feel really kind of pooey. And if I got anxious in a situation, my heart would race and then it would race continually and not stop. So I just kind of became sort of a hermit and, being kind of afraid to really venture out. So it's really neat to be able to do things and enjoy them. Just last summer, I didn't get to hike a whole lot, but it was cool to be able to go hiking and enjoy it and not be anxious or afraid, or have this sort of backup plan if something happened. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do a whole lot of things. Even though I'm restricted from doing some things, I am able to do so many more things. I'm excited to be able to. I'm going to try to film. I'm going to do a lot more vlogs and let you all kind of in on, the day-to-day or the adventures that I go on. I think YouTube is cool for that type of aspect, to be able to share that. And if I inspire one person, then right on, that'd be cool. Of course, it would be nice to, make money and stuff off of YouTube, but it's not really my whole reason behind doing it. One of the biggest reasons I even started it was to step out of my comfort zone because it scared me so much to do it. And it was almost like I kept thinking to myself, how silly, Kim, it's silly that you care that much about what people think, because normal day to day, I'm not like that. If people don't like me in my normal day to day, then it doesn't really bother me. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I don't let it get to me because I know who I am, and I'm proud of the person that I'm becoming. I'm not perfect, but I do my best and I try to set a good example and yeah. There's Kim again, rambling on. Mary Beth, not a pissmaker. I was pissed when I woke up, though. That's what I was thinking it was called, a pissmaker. That's funny. Love you all. I have errands. Bye, Jill. Love you, girl. Oh, see, I'm so cool now. I finally can do the heart good, guys. I was all going like this forever. That's funny. Me too. Terrorized by YouTube, even to start reselling. That happens to some of us old people. We get scared for no appearance. See, that's when you got to use that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule, Mary. And you just have to do it, because no matter what you do, first off, there's going to be haters, especially if you are successful. But it doesn't matter what they think. You're doing this for you and your family. And that's what you have to keep, in mind is what is the reason behind why, you're doing what you do. I know it's easier said than done, for sure. And it's scary to put yourself out there before every single live. I have 1,000 butterflies in my stomach and I want to puke. But I do this because, number one, I told myself I would. Number two, I know that there are people there wanting to, watch me who, well, maybe they look forward to it, or maybe not, or maybe they're just there to watch the amusement. Whatever it is, one of the worst things you can kind of do is to say you're going to do something and put it out there and then disappoint the audience, because they're going to probably unsubscribe to you if you tell them you're going to do something and then continually don't do it. I get that things come up and, in life, and sometimes we have to kind of change something due to an emergency or whatever it is. But don't let the reason you don't do something is because you're scared. What's the worst that can happen, really? That you have a troll come up in your chat? Well, that's why you have, moderators to help you with that. And you can also delete it yourself. In worst case, if it gets really bad, you can delete the whole video. But the more and more you do it, the easier and easier it really gets. Don't not do it because you're too scared. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do it. Don't wait any longer than that. Don't go, oh, I'm going to do it later. Oh, I'm going to do it next week. Oh, I'm going to do it whenever I got my hair did and my eyebrows did and my nose on fleek or something like that. Do it. The sooner you do it and the more often, like the better and easier it honestly gets. Do it for you. Really. People are going to love you for you, even if you mess up. You know how many mistakes I've made on this? Mary, were you around when I went a whole entire live? I did a whole entire live without realizing that there was a chat. There was a single person in my chat. I had top chat up and not live chat. And it was funny because after that live, I felt like a loser. Literally, I wanted to cry and I wanted to quit right there. I was like, oh, suck. Nobody watched me. And my friend Destiny got a hold of me and was like, did you not realize that there was people in that chat? Oh, so I just went the whole hour thinking I was a loser. Nobody watching me. And there really was. And even if there wasn't, I'm doing this as kind of a journal, a verbal journal, and to share my thoughts with the world. I always wanted to go into being a counselor or a therapist or psychology. And I took a couple classes in college for psychology. And unfortunately, with my heart issues and then I was pregnant and all this, I did not pursue it. And it's just not my thing, really, honestly. I didn't realize how much school you have to do all those things. But this is a great way, to help others and to use what I know to others, or maybe to help those who don't have access to some sort of motivation, I like to help people. I've been like that for as long as I can remember. I'm going to go for just a few more minutes and then wrap this up so I can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get my ass moving. Yeah, because we don't want to cuss on here. We don't like no occupied words all up in here. Yeah. Yeah, I seriously went a whole entire chat or a whole entire video with my top chat thing up, and it didn't, for some reason, show anybody. Well, let me just say, you, my friend, are a great motivator. Ah, that is so sweet. You're so sweet, Mary. Thank you so much for saying that. That means the world to me. Mary, has anybody told you today how much you are appreciated and loved and how thankful they are for you? Well, Mary, I am thankful for you. I love you. I appreciate you. You make my day by being here. Pass on the love, y'all. Leticia! So fun. Yeah. John K! John K, will you remind me, sweetheart, what your real name is? Unless you don't want me to know. But I'm really terrible at names. And I don't know why I can only remember some. But I'm going to write you down. You have officially made a page in my unicorn notes. Anissa, is it Anissa? And how would I pronounce that, man? Anissa. First time here. Hello, Amy. First time here. Welcome. Mary's. She's saving this chat. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. feel free to, go back and rewatch my craziness. Monday motivation move, yo, as Monday. Every Monday, right here, same time, which would be noon, Mountain Standard Time. It would be 1 Central Time, 2 Eastern Time, 11 Pacific Time, right here in my living room. I go live, chit chat, try to inspire or motivate those who watch or are in the live chat or watching the replay. And then throughout the week, it's a little more spontaneous. I wish that I could schedule a certain day to always do a working live. And then I also would like to hopefully figure out to do a live on somebody else's channel at least once a week. I wish that I could have it as a particular day, but it's just not kind of working out like that. So make sure to hit that little button, the dang-a-lang, hit that dang-a-lang, dang, 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 the little bell, so that you don't miss when I do go live. It's random. Like on Friday, I went live on Friday, and that is a very rare thing for me to be live on my channel. So for those of you that were around for that, thank you very, very much. It won't be this week for me to do a live again like that on Friday. Maybe next week, but I like to spread the love, and I like to go on other people's channels too. So my Beth, we got to do a working hangout. Usually we do it tomorrow, but I can't do it tomorrow, Beth. I have lunch tomorrow. Or maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Let me know when you are. I mean, we could, but it'd have to be, like, I have lunch at 12:45 my time. So it'd have to be maybe from like 2 to 3:30 my time. We could do it if you want to do 2 to 3:30. Candace, welcome. Thank you for dropping by. Candace did an interview over the weekend, and girl, you are fabulous. Number one, you are gorgeous. Woo! Total girl crush. She is so pretty. I don't have confetti to throw for you like Todd does, Candace. I wish. I got rid of all my confetti because my cat kept eating it, and I also sent it to Todd. I sent confetti to Todd. Yes, I did. I did. I saw earlier, Candace, that you mentioned that your hubby made a video. Woohoo! I wish I could convince my man to be all about the YouTube thing. Thursday is good for me. She then proceeded to kill it on weights, right? I totally went on to weights on Friday, Mary Beth. Yep. Mary Beth, you are so correct. I can't believe I did that. That's still shocking to me. Shout out to Wade at Wade's Ventures for allowing me to grace my presence, my crazy behind on his channel. Oh, boy. I mean, if you want to get me organically, for sure, last second, that's the way to do it. He happened to pop into my chat, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, then. I couldn't say no. I have watched Wade for a really long time. Him and Lindy Glenn and Daily Refinement, Chris at Daily Refinement. I have watched them for quite some time. A year. Well, Lindy Glenn, I know for sure a year. Todd needs all the confetti he can get. Yeah. I sent a package to the beautiful Miss Caroline, his daughter, and I put confetti in it. He did a video. Yeah, Junkie. Wade did a live interview on Friday. It was kind of unplanned. It was on his channel. It was a gun review. Got to be into guns. Oh, that's cool. I think you should do what you love. And if that's what he loves, then that's what he should do. I don't think that anybody should ever, especially put yourself out there for the whole world to see, and you try to be talking about something you don't like, you're going to probably look like an idiot, honestly. But that's cool. There'll be plenty of people who would probably like that. I bet my man would like to watch that. Amy says, I have a lot of different videos. Y'all are welcome to my channel. Yeah, please feel free to show some love to each other. Click the little 3 dots next to people's names and go and check them out. I am never offended by that. I think we all deserve a little love. It was awesome. And then she called me out in front of 130 people. What are you talking about, Rebecca? Now, I don't remember what you talked about. Yes, I called Rebecca out in front of all of the people watching. You can't, Rebecca, I think you now know this, that you can't tell me that you're going to do something and then keep coming up with excuses to not get it done. And then when you finally get your laptop and you're like, okay, well, I got a laptop, I can go live now. I'm like, well, shoot, girl, we going live. So I called you out. Yep, on Wade's channel. I did. Because I see you doing big things. You got to get out of that shell you have. And I appreciate you, friend. So I wanted to be able to help you. If I'm ever out of line, please let me know. I don't want to ever put anybody out there that doesn't want to be out there. But I know that you wanted to do that, and I can feel and sense the hesitation. So I just gave you a little push. Glenn in the house. Glenn, you are awesome. Glenn, who is Swamp Picker, to those of you that don't know. Glenn, has anybody told you today how much you are appreciated and how thankful they are for you, sir? Has anybody told you that? Well, if not, I'm here to say that I appreciate you, friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming into the chat, not only on my channel, but in so many amazing other people's channels. You are awesome, Glenn. I dug the little haul that you got there. Was that yesterday, sir? That was a good little haul you got. Hey, Swoop. Swoop. Collection of cat things. I'm going to be the crazy cat lady someday, y'all. I'm going to have this big old... I want to have a big hunk of land someday with all kinds of animals. But I always joke to people and say I'm going to be that crazy old lady sitting on her front porch in a rocker, knitting booties for her 50 cats. Yep. And her moo-moo. I already own a moo-moo. That's for all going to be me, though. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of like you, Candace, in the aspect of they just kind of flock to me, all the outside critters. I don't know what it is, but they just show up on my porch like they know that, oh, well, we come up, this lady's a sucker, and she's going to take care of us. Plan March with me Wednesday. On your normal time, Bethy? Or is that what you're talking about, sweetheart? I'll do anything for you, Beth. You're my she is. I like Beth. Y'all, I threaten people if they don't go like Beth's channel. By the way, if you haven't gone and subscribed to Beth, 10 of hearts, please do. She's my shiz. I love Beth and her, I love her vlogs because her and I kind of have some similarities in doing things that are a little scary or for us, like make us very anxious. And so I love that Beth kind of puts herself out there, and it's nice to see that that somebody else is like that. And then also the whole bullet journal has made a huge difference for me in the planning, because before I was just using my regular planner and it was overwhelming because I would have all these lists of all these things to do and I just felt overwhelmed by it. And if it wasn't for Beth, I would have never, ever even knew about bullet journaling. So go check her out. She usually does lives on Wednesdays. Beth, do you need me to put you out there like I did to Rebecca? Because I will. You are too amazing to not be on here. She still does her videos though, and I know that she had a little bit of an injury issue last week. So, but yes, Beth is amazing. One of my favorites for sure. Very good friend to have. I appreciate you, friend. I appreciate you. Cat magnet, for real, Candace. For real. It's not even dogs that always come around. They do, but I think my little yipper always scares them off. But cats and birds. I mean, I do go out and sing to the birds like every day. I'm weird. My man's like, you realize that all the neighbors are going to think you're a freaking weirdo. I don't give a shiz. I ain't singing to them. I'm singing to the birds. Okay? I like to sing to the birds when I feed them. They know that if I start singing, when I'm putting the bird seed into the bird feeder, they all start swarming in. And I wish that I could, well, maybe I could probably do it. Figure out a way to film it, the part of when they come in, because we're talking about hundreds of birds. It's crazy how many birds. So many that it's like they fill the tree. Just birds. Mm-hmm. Totally sing to them, to the birds. I do. I like birds. I have a friend who hates birds. She does not like birds. She says something about the crow or something, or birds. Wait, what's that bird movie? Is it The Crow? I'm not afraid of birds, though. I like the outdoors. I like animals. I don't like to call myself a redneck, but I call myself a pink glittering neck. I'm like redneck with little glitz to me. Country, hillbilly. I don't. But I do like to be outside. I do like animals. My favorite thing to do, that if I could do it every day, if I could make a living here, I would do it every day, would be to go fishing. I love fishing. It's like my favorite thing to do. I could sit there forever and just fish every day. And I am really good at fishing. I will make videos of that. I can outfish most of the men I know. Maybe not in the sea, like no ocean fishing. I can't do that, but you shut your little dirty mouth, Beth. I can't imagine you quiet and fishing. You probably scare all the fish away. You know, that's hilarious. So I think one of the reasons that I love it so much is because it's quiet. And I spend so much time being not quiet that it's just like I don't know. There's something about fishing. I mean, you have to be quiet. You absolutely cannot be loud. So I like to, it depends on what kind of fishing I'm doing. Because if I'm like trying to fly fish, you have to be, that's like every 2 seconds. Or when I'm bass fishing, that's not like trout fishing where I'll use, depending on where I'm at, a bobber or something, and just kind of let it sit there. But I like to listen to everything around me. And I like, sometimes I'll play music, but it won't be anything too crazy. I love all the smells. I'll outfish most of the people I know in heels. I love it so much. I do. When I lived in Kansas, I would go fishing multiple times a week. A lot more access than there is here. Not that there's not good places to fish here. It's just really, really crowded. And I don't know. It's not the same to city fish in comparison to going up in the mountains where I want to be. Like someday I plan on living somewhere in the mountains on a big chunk of land. You probably scream and they all fly into the boat. Yeah, I just sing to them, Beth. I just sing to all the fish and they just come run. They just come, oh, not running. Yeah, they run. They just come flapping in to me. That's what it is. I used to love to fish as a kid. Now the only thing I catch is a buzz. That's funny. Crystal says she's back. Sorry, I'm calling Mama. Oh, you're all right. You are all right, friend. You probably scream and they all fly into the. Oh, yeah, I read that part. Quiet fills up your cup sometimes. Yeah, I have to. I think because it's. I mean, I'm not the only. My whole family is, well, everyone except for my little brother are really loud people. My mom has so much energy. You know, she'll come over and she wants to put on music and dance around the living room. You know, that all her friends always say she walks into the room and the whole place lights up, and it's so true. She's so like that. She's such an amazing person. She's for sure like my role model. I'm very, very blessed to have a really awesome mom, for sure. She's just like me. People say that we look just like. Maybe someday I'll be able to get her to come on my channel. She lives in Arizona right now for part of the year until winter goes away in Colorado, and then she comes back and she lives here. So I don't blame her for doing that. She has RA really bad, and so it's just too much pain for her to deal with Colorado. That's just the way it is. That'd be cool to do that someday, though. That's called fly fishing. Yeah. Singing fly fishing. I just sing to them, and they just, oh, come little fishy. So that we actually made a song when I was younger. That's called. I can't believe I'm about to do this, but so it's called "Ode to a Trout," and we sort of took the music base from another song. But here it is. Here it is for all you people. It's swimming along, got hooked on a line. I lost my baby in no time. Swam and jumped to no avail. Winded up in a meadow pail. Right then and there, they ended my life. Got my head cut off with a knife. Now the next time there's a frost, once again my love will be lost. I think I skipped a few lines in that. This is the end of the fishy song. Repeat it again and we'll all sing along. Yeah, something like that. There you go. It was Smelly Cat Friday, Ode to a Trout today. And I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. Today I've gotten four male Facebook friend requests. What the hell? Oh, interesting. I haven't checked my Facebook as much. I used to be really, really big into it. And I have like 2,000, 300 friends or something on there. But I really like, I honestly kind of like Instagram a little bit better. It's a lot more of a visual platform. And I hope that, I'm sure that this is I don't know if it's going to piss people off, but Facebook is really, for me, become like people will friend me or whatever, and then 2 seconds later they're trying to sell me something. They're like, oh, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. Are you interested in buying my lipstick? Obviously, y'all don't know me, because no way in hell am I going to pay no $30 for some stupid lipstick that's going to stay on my lips for 10 hours. You are high. I'll coupon that shit and I'll get it for free. Nope, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I kind of feel like people just kind of became my friend on there to try to sell me something. So not that every single one of them is like that, but that's why I sort of avoid Facebook, and I don't really, go and tell everybody to follow me necessarily on that platform in comparison to Instagram. I like Instagram a lot better. Have you ever seen Trout Fishing in America comedy deal? No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. And my apologies if I'm missing part of the chat. I hope nobody's offended by that. Just know that I love you all. I love you all. Crystal, has anybody told you today that you are appreciated, friend? They told you that they love you, friend, and that they are thankful to have you. Well, if they haven't, I am here to say, Crystal, Rosie's Closet, that I love you and I appreciate you, and I am so grateful and so blessed to have you in my life. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Rosie, Crystal. I always want to call her Rosie. Fish probably wanted to jump to you. Yeah, what's the deal? You're not liking my stuff? It's because I'm crazy, right? I hope I'm not buffering. It's showing me buffering. Am I buffering? I hate those people who only want to add you so they can sell their MLM crap. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I actually was in a couple of like MLM companies, and I learned a lot, and I'm very grateful for that. I learned a lot health-wise and just more about, sales and stuff like that. And I did make some friends that I still continue to talk to who are very, very close. I'm really close with. But if you're going to try to sell me something, like, get to know me a little bit, That's just crazy. I don't know how they can go and teach people the way to sell stuff is by basically blowing their shiz up. Like, if I have you message me and you're like, hey, I want you to buy this lipstick, and I haven't answered you the first time, don't message me the next day, but hey, I want you to buy this lipstick. I still answer, then you message me the next, hey, I want you to buy this lipstick. I don't want your stinking lipstick. I don't even know who you are. If I'm going to take advice on how I look from somebody, it's most definitely going to be from somebody I know. And I've done the same makeup look forever. Not that that is a good thing. And I already have somebody who's going to help me, and that would be Casey Geisha Treasures. He's another person. If y'all have not liked him, he is awesome. I can't drop him in the chat, but I love him, and I will go to him for my makeup tips because he knows how to do makeup, y'all. You should have seen the eyebrows he gave his mom, Darlene. They were fabulous. Mayor Beth says, I gotta go. This was really fun. I needed the spiritual uplift today. Mayor Beth, has anybody tell you how marvelous and amazing and awesome you are today? Well, if nobody has, I just want you to know that I love you, and I think you are amazing, and I am grateful and thankful for you. Have a wonderful day, my pacemaker friend. And I will see you next time. I actually think I might wrap this up. I do know that there's a few people who would like to go live. Crystal, are you going to go live? Are you going to go back live after this? Because I'll watch you, girl. I got to get some shiz done. Thank you, every single one of you. All right. Anybody in the chat? Or watching, even on the replay. If you're watching the replay later, I'm just telling you that I want you to know that I appreciate you, that I am thankful for you, and that I love you. So if you think that you are not liked, it is untrue because I like you. And on that note, I think I am going to end this. Thank you, everybody, for watching me on yet another Move Your As Monday. Make sure to like that button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling button so that you can get the alert for when I do go live randomly this week. I have a really busy week this week. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to fit in even just working lives, but just know that I appreciate every single one of you, each one of you showing up, especially those who've showed up in the chat. I hope you all have a blessed, wonderful day. I truly am blessed to have every single one of you. Usually there's a bunch of, especially of you that are really loyal and come and pop into my chat and to others, and it makes my day seeing every single one of your names pop up. I hope that everybody has an amazing day, an amazing Monday, an amazing week. Remember that when you can't find the motivation, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move your as, because there should be no excuses, none, zero. Just do it. You're not going to always find the motivation to do things. Get your priorities set straight. Wake up in the mornings. Do what's most important first. And also, since I started this live talking, about watching your mouth, please remember that kindness is a strength, a superpower. It is not a weakness. So please be mindful of the things that you say and know that there's always someone watching. Spread the love instead of the ill and negativity. The world would be so much of a better place if we just took 5 seconds to tell each other how much we appreciate each other. Thank you, every single one, for watching me. And on that note, much love to all. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you will land among the stars. Bye, friends.